What's up, BBC fans? We're back for episode 3 of In Case You Missed It, where we will be recapping what has happened recently in the Backyard Basketball Club and what you can expect in the near future. Before we get into hoops, we want to congratulate roster member Cam and his new wife Ari in their marriage this past weekend. We wish Mr. and Mrs. nothing but the best as they celebrate in Punta Cana. This past Monday, Week 4 action took place before the weather decided to get too out of control for play. We started the night off by adding a new player to the roster, Thomas Chervinitsky, who made a name for himself in his debut week. Right after signing his contract, Thomas opened up Week 4 against his lifelong friend Matt Stepanski. Cherv showcased a strong touch around the rim as well as a nice jumper in his debut game. He was up by 5 points at halftime, but after putting his shades on, he continued to push down on the gas. Matt struggled to find a consistent shot as Thomas went on a 15-6 run in the second half and a super impressive 1-0 start to his career.
Lead. Put this thing out of reach. There it is.
Next up, we introduced Chapter 7 of the Eli versus Jace rivalry.
Whoa!
Coming into this game, their all-time club series was split at 3-3. Their first matchup of the season in Week 1 was back and forth and only decided by 3 points. This game delivered more of the same energy. In a high-flying, fast-paced first half, Jace edged out Eli with a buzzer beater to go up 2.
At the buzzer. That's in.
As we've seen him do all season, Jace stepped it up in the second half, capitalizing on Eli's mistakes to take an 8-point lead with about 2 minutes left. But we all know by now you can never count Eli out. He trimmed away at his deficit to trail by just 3 with under a minute to play.
Eli getting chance after chance.
Eli went for
That's
a shot
good.
to make it a 1-score game, but airballed and Jace put it right back up to ice the game.
He's more precious than ever right about now. Oh, good.
Jace advanced to 6-0 with a triple-double win. We have to give Eli credit for his hustle though, as he tied his own all-time record for most rebounds in a single game with 33. Thomas Chervinitsky's second game in the club was another breakout performance against Brendan Graham. Thomas came out swinging, starting off with a 7-2 lead. The commissioner fought right back though, able to make it a tied game at 11 apiece going into halftime. Thomas never went ahead in the second, but kept it tight throughout. He showed great strength and effort.
Oh my God.
No boy, that's like 2 boys.
Oh my God.
As well as staying hot from downtown.
He does that.
Brendan utilized his body to his advantage down low and hit some clutch shots late to maintain his lead.
Bang.
Thomas had what would have been a game-tying steal and score to send it to overtime, but the final buzzer sounded just before he was able to get the shot off. Brendan hangs on in a 25-23 thriller.
Oh.
That's time.
In the fourth game of the day, the rookie stayed on the court to take on another top-tier club veteran, Eli Harding. You can tell by this point that Thomas was getting a bit tired as Eli got off to a 10-2 start.
Oh, bad spin.
Eli with the board.
Money.
He's surrounding him.
Eli kept his pace up with a 10-point lead at the break. But just as he started to struggle to keep putting points up, Thomas fought back relentlessly with a crucial 6-0 run, making shot after shot to make it a 1-score game.
Oh my God.
2-point game.
Eli's late game mindset kicked in, and he went back to getting rebounds and quick scores to keep a maintainable lead. Even through the fatigue, Thomas didn't go away, as he kept it close late, but falling short to Eli with a final score of 27-23. In our final game of the week, undefeated Jace Matalonis and 5th-ranked Brendan Graham played in an overdue matchup. The two Day 1 vets surprisingly went scoreless in the first 2 minutes before Brendan opened the scoring up. Soon after, Jace pulled the chair on a BG drive, and the commissioner was visibly shaken up as he slipped out of bounds. He only scored 1 more point in the first half as Jace blew away with limited defense and bad misses from Brendan.
And behind the head again. Tough ass lay.
In the final 5 minutes, a hobbled Brennan was able to find the bottom of the net a bit more frequently, but Jace only got hotter on offense. It seemed like the club's best player couldn't miss in the second half as he picks up an easy 7th win of the season in a 33-14 blowout.
Oh,
That's just crazy.
33.
Following Week 4, the only big move in the power rankings was the first entry for Thomas Chervinitsky, debuting at number 6. The top 5 remains the exact same, so we will have to wait longer to see any sort of potential change. Current number 9 ranked Dylan Horton informed the club that he has recovered from his ankle injury a few weeks back, and he will be ready for action when we play next. 7-0 Jace Matalonis snuck into BBC headquarters late Wednesday night to call out quite the variety of people to play.
I'm looking for the Nick Colabitos, Evan Melbergers, Scott Millers, even Dominic Colabito.
We wait to see if anyone within the club or potentially some new signees can spoil his undefeated season. Some key matchups we are still anticipating down the road include Jace Matalonis versus Nastepansky, Ryan Bonin versus both Ethan Spiess and Eli Harding, Dylan Horton versus both Nick Sorelli and Brendan Graham, Thomas Chervanitsky versus Billy Sorokin, and the matchup that is now just about 1 full year in the making, Brendan Graham versus Dylan Petrucci. Also, Joey Maranka has just recently informed the commissioner that he has fully recovered from a prior football injury in the spring, and he will be hoping to make his debut very soon. We want to wish you all a safe and happy 4th of July weekend. While we celebrate America's 250th birthday plus the chance of severe weather, we will more than likely be off this weekend. With all that being said, that concludes episode 3 of In Case You Missed It. Stay tuned here on Instagram and YouTube for more news, updates, scores, and more. We'll be seeing you back out on the court soon.